things. So welcome everyone to the first club leadership chat of the new Kiwanis year. So
Woo-hoo!
hopefully, yeah. Now where's your little shaker thing, Brian? You know, and I know you should be shaking it. Um, kind of exciting. I hope all of you and your clubs are off to a good start and you got some good things going. Um, we don't usually do it, but we've got a few enough people on right now. Maybe we'll just do introductions. I'm going to introduce. I don't see Governor John on yet. He um is said he would be attending. He's probably on his way. Governor-elect Brian, any shout outs that you'd like to give to start off the meeting?
Hi, I would, but we're being recorded, so I won't. It's so funny. It's going to be a pleasure serving John his governor year, and I really look forward to working with everybody here and all those that couldn't make it tonight. Kiwanis is fun, so we're going to put the fun back in Kiwanis, and we're going to have a great time. I promise. Or your money back.
Money back.
All right, good way to start. Treasurer Kirk is with us this evening. Yeah, you get a little wave. I didn't figure you'd say too much.
I don't have a lot to say.
Okay, thanks, Kurt. We also have with us, it looks like a couple or one for sure. Sue Loy, you're a current lieutenant governor. And did I see Pam Landon join us? Okay, yep, there you are in the middle of the screen. So thanks for doing that. Russ, outgoing lieutenant governor, so still serving, still volunteering. Thank you for that. Let's see who else we have on this evening. Emily Wegman is our district education and development chair. Get away from there. Jody Melcher is our Kiwanis Children's Fund chair for the district. So Jody, thanks for joining this evening. And then let's see, we've got just a few other people. Byron, you want to start and just tell us your last name and your club, I guess.
All right. I'm Byron Tabor. I'm the treasurer and assistant secretary for the Marion Metro Club.
Okay. Anybody that hasn't been introduced, if you want to just kick in and tell us your name and what club you're from.
I'm Patrick Cronin. I'm secretary and treasurer in Woodbine, Iowa, small town.
Great. Thank you, Patrick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jeannie Crank from Lincoln Cornhusker, secretary.
Marilyn Shinus from Capital City in Lincoln, secretary.
All right. Great.
I'm Jerry Durner from Ames Noon, and I don't hold an elected office this year, but I am a board member.
Okay. Good.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm still doing the bulletin, even though I'm not the secretary.
Okay.
I'm doing something.
I still get those from you. So, all right.
Good.
All
Enjoy.
Right. Good. Well, I see Governor John has joined us now. Governor, we were just kind of starting off, going around and doing a few introductions and listing what clubs people are with. We are doing a recording, so I guess to give the official welcome, would you like to do that?
My audio is working. Sorry, I just got back from dinner with the family. Every Thursday night we have dinner with amigos, so that's a tradition. So it's a little slow getting back. Usually I don't get back till 7:30. Anyway, welcome. I am John Bolts, in case you don't know. I am out of the Hastings, Nebraska club, and I finally went to a club meeting today. I haven't been there for 3 weeks. I've been on the road, so looking forward to a wonderful year and hoping that I can visit a lot of your clubs. So just let me know when would be good, and I'll see if I can work it into my busy schedule. So welcome everyone.
All right. Thank you. Okay, well, I think that kind of, I see Rex Cross from North Platte popped on, so welcome, Rex. And anyone else that additionally comes on, we'll recognize at the end there. Kind of what the plan is for tonight. I've got a couple of slides. Governor John will go over his goals and themes for the year. We'll kind of talk about some of the things that are going on in the district, some membership plans, Youth Protection Week, that sort of thing. And then we will open it up to idea sharing and club chat and any questions that you might have of your district leaders on tonight. So just give me 1 second here to do a screen share. And we'll get rolling with that. Of course, I got to find the right button. That usually helps. Here we go. Hopefully everybody can see that. There, is that better?
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, let me get that out of the way. Oh. My screen's not cooperating. There we go. Okay, getting things started for the new year, October 2025. Governor John, would you like to run through your goals?
Discussed it before, but first one, ask each member to invite someone to join the Kiwanis Club this year. Obviously, we've talked about membership quite often. And it's just one of those things where if each member would ask one person to join, you'd be surprised how many new members we can have within our district. Next goal is open at least 3 new clubs. Technically, we've got the new Kiwanis Club of Floyd Valley open. So that'll be one that'll count towards mine. Lee Kuan Yeong, who's the international president, would like to see us open 6 new clubs. So I've got several in mind, towns to work on. And so I think we can really make it with 3 new clubs. So that's one of the goals. Governor visit to each division and also have each division council meeting be the best that they can be. Whatever way I can help with the division council meetings, lieutenant governors especially, let me know. I enjoy either being to one or being on Zoom. You can let me know. I'll try and make as many as I can this coming year. And probably my top priority is working with service leadership programs to increase the number in the district. And they're already on the way with, I think it's 4 new key clubs in progress. So hopefully we can get those going and continue to grow Key Club, first of all, but also to increase our membership in K-Kids, Builders Club, Circle K. We need to get all of those in the works. And we talked with all the advisors at the board meeting last week. So I think everybody's got excitement about it, and we will work to increase overall membership all the way. Thank you.
Right, there you've got the goals. Let's, you want to say something else, Governor?
No.
Okay. Kind of rolling into some other things that are going to, some of these have already been discussed a little bit and presented, but you're going to be hearing more about them this year. And one of the big ones is build, nurture, retain. This is kind of the new verbiage for the membership campaign that's coming out. And as you can see up there, it's these 3 words. They can change Kiwanis. As you just heard Governor talk about building clubs, that's what the governors are going to be charged with this year, is getting those new clubs built. Lieutenant governors and other district leaders are going to be asked to nurture, to help the clubs, provide resources that are there, and make sure that things continue to be strong. And at the club level, kind of go through all of that, but retaining and retention and getting new members in, that's what that build, nurture, retain is all about. And even though this was put out there during the district convention in Denver this summer, there is a kickoff week for the build, nurture, retain. If you are on Facebook, that Kiwanis membership and engagement, that Facebook page next week will be having live programs every day at 1 p.m. Eastern time, noon our time, or they will be recorded. So I know there's a lot of people that already belong to that group, but if you'd like to take part in the live, or watch the live ones or go back and see the recorded ones, go ahead and flip up to that one and join. Club membership plan is something that hopefully you have all heard about. The Create Your Club's membership plan, the one you see on the right side of the screen there, that was mailed to all clubs this summer. We also discussed it during club leadership education earlier, or during the summer months there. What is it all about? Well, basically, it comes down to what is your new member ad goal and how you're going to do it. And that club membership plan is an 8-page booklet worksheet that kind of helps your club, your members to think through what, who are the members we have, who are maybe the members we don't have, and we could go get in our community. And it's just a good tool to help all of your members kind of think through, where your recruiting efforts, and not only recruiting efforts, but that whole business about retention. Are my club members okay? Are they satisfied? Are they comfortable? Is there a club survey that you've done recently? So it kind of takes you through all of that. So once you get through the club membership plan, the next step that's got to be done is that your president or membership chairman should report the number of new members you're going to add this year, what your goal is, and how are you going to do it? Is it 2 for 2? Is it one-on-one ask? Are you doing a club boost? Are you doing an open house? It's just a checkbox that they need to fill out. If you have not seen where that report form is, or even where the club membership plan is, if you go to the district website under resources, club resources, and recruit and retain, there's links to both of those, that club membership plan as well as that report form. And it is important, if your club would like to be an achiever and would like to be recognized as a distinguished club, filling this form out by October 31st will give you points towards that distinguished club status. So that's kind of the importance of that.
Lisa?
Yes.
Jody had her hand raised. Jody, do you still have a question?
Thanks, Cindy. I can't see that.
Yeah. No, you answered that. I was
Okay.
wondering, I wanted to make sure that that's on the district website, because I remember receiving that and giving it to one of our membership chairs, but I never heard anything more about it, so I don't know what he did with it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I will check, and then I can tell him that he needs to get it on the website.
Yeah, go down to the club resources, recruit and retain, and it's there. And I have heard that if your club isn't quite ready to report by October 31st, they may slide that deadline to do it afterward. The main thing is we really want clubs to go through this project, and it's not just filling out that report form, it's kind of going through the steps to seeing how many members realistically you can add this year. Okay, another thing going on right now is Youth Protection Week. Actually, Youth Protection Week was last week, So we're off 1 week there, but that's still okay. The ask is that each club needs to train members during the month of October or November. And I know we did this last year and we did this the year before. That's perfectly what we need to do. This is an annual ask so that all your members receive youth protection training every year. It can be the president, secretary, other officer. I believe some of the lieutenant governors have even gotten involved in this. So, it's not quite the same thing for our members every year. Have somebody new different, a new take, a new person doing it, brings a new sense of importance to it. The PDFs and a PowerPoint that were provided by Kiwanis International and Linda Plachek, our youth protection manager, has added some onto the PowerPoints as well. Those are available under the district website. Again, if you go to the resources menu and drop down to youth protection, you'll see those there. The other thing that's important, and we will talk more about this in the next month in the CLC for secretaries, you can do the training, but you don't get credit for it unless you report. And the report is as simple as a check mark. The club secretaries on their dashboard, there's a little sentence, and it is little, you got to kind of look for it. But it said, did your club receive training? And you check that box and you report it.
Lisa,
Yes.
also at one point Linda did want us to let her know too that we've done it, or is that she gets the reports? Is that correct? She doesn't need an email.
She does get the reports, I believe. I have not heard her say that this year, but we can check on that. And again, if we find out that's the case, we can report that November 4th as well.
Lisa, this is Russ.
Yes.
Because that Floyd Valley Club is so new and they're dealing with so many things right now in their meetings, I tried something new. I made a brief explanation of what the youth program is, youth protection program. And then I sent them by email, each one, the guidelines and the PowerPoint. And I asked them to report to the secretary when they had read it, and with the goal of getting at least 11 out of 17 members saying they had read it. I'll let you know if that works or if we have to bring it up again at a meeting.
Okay. Yep, just so they receive the training, that's a good way to go about it, Russ. Okay, our next slide is just a reminder about the awards, and guess what? No surprise. The award criteria and submission form is on the website. That is under activities. The Governor's Distinguished Awards are being accepted now through November 1st. And the Achievement Awards, or what we formerly knew as the Mid-Year Awards, which were the Outstanding Secretary and Exemplary Club, those are being accepted now through December 1st. So to receive those, go up, check out the criteria, see if your club members, divisions meet those criteria, and then you can get those submitted. And then just a reminder out there, the Distinguished Awards have been back with the district for the past couple of years. That returns to Kiwanis International this Kiwanis year. So the criteria for that is already out there, but you'll need to check out the international website to guide your club this year towards those goals.
Lisa, as I did some training this summer, I told secretaries that every club should be a distinguished member. It's really achievable if you just have a plan and you've seen the criteria and you check it off. It's something that can happen, but most of the time you're already doing it. It's just a matter of submitting the form. And Lisa, you've created the form online that is just a really quick, easy. You don't have to print off anything. It's just a really quick fill it in. So we make it as easy as possible for you to do that. So thanks, Lisa.
Good point. Good point.
Lisa, where would we find the criteria for the ones that KI is doing now on the website, on the KI website?
Emily, do you have that? I don't have
Yes.
that at quick
So
handy.
I just looked it up this evening. It is on club leaders. So club leaders, there's a box to do that. And then I hit president, and I think it's also under secretary.
Okay.
There's two little modules under president and secretary, and there's distinguished criteria, and it'll click onto that, and then I'll have 4 or 5 years of it. So click the 2024-25.
Okay, thank you.
And we can work on maybe getting that on the district website too, but that's a good place to find it on KI site. Let's chat a little bit about district calendar. The district calendar is 99% there. And I say 99 because of course we're always subject to change and make some adjustments. It is available already on the website. I'm pretty close to having the leadership directory, the one we print, mail out to club officers, about ready to send to print. I'm estimating you'll get those again probably in early November. But just wanted to hit a few highlights tonight since I had so many of you on. So for at least the first 6 months of the year, here's a couple highlights. November 4th, we'll have our next CLC, and that kind of came as a special request from the secretaries during this summer's training. And we will go over a few of these kind of things, but we'll also talk more about the monthly reporting. We'll talk more on a couple other items, so it'll be a little bit more specific and drilled into secretary's duties. November 30th is when clubs are asked to have their dues submitted to Kiwanis International. So that's a date we should all have on our calendars. December 1st, as we talked, the achievement awards are due, but also if your club is interested in getting a few dollars for a project you're working on, then the foundation grant requests are due that day as well. You'll see the next 3 dates kind of mark off, 2 of them mark off anniversaries for Kiwanis in our district, and that January CLC for club presidents. And again, we'll kind of hit on, hey, we're into January, into the quarter. What do we need to be looking at for the spring months? And I already told you it's available on the website and will be coming out in the printed directory. The continue on, February 6th, we'll have the one for treasurers. And you better believe we'll be talking about that big February 15th date, because that is when the 990s are due for our Kiwanis clubs. March 1st, again, those foundation grant requests are due. You see the March CLC will be for secretaries again. And I've got that March 29th one in red, and I hope you all mark that on your calendar, circle that date. The leadership retreat, that's gotten to be an annual 1-day training event. It'll be open to all clubs and members again. That's going to be at York at the Best Western Hotel and Conference Center. So we're excited, and plans are in the works for that. The other date to kind of call down to your attention is that June 1. I know we're just starting off the Kiwanis year this month, but by June, we're going to need to know and start planning for that next Kiwanis year, so have your officers in line. Okay, to kind of wrap up the district calendar, you've got a couple dates there, more dates to know. Pittsburgh is the destination spot this year for the International Convention. That's June 25th through 28th. So we get it out of that July and back into the traditional June. And that bottom one, hey, please circle that date on your calendar too. It's going to be a good one, following with Governor John's theme of one can be a difference. One be the difference is our convention theme for 2025, and that'll be August 1st and 2nd at the Graduate in Lincoln. So excited about that. I've got one slide that I added in this afternoon, and that's because I just received some information this afternoon. Dennis Bao, who is our international trustee and counselor for our district, emailed me this afternoon to let me know that Kiwanis International is working on a change to all club bylaws. And I have had a few clubs contact me, hey, we've got the increase in dues, so we need to go in and do our bylaw change, correct? Well, here's the official word from KI. Wait. The changes that will be proposed and coming out from Kiwanis International are almost ready. They're kind of in final read, and they're trying to clean up the format on them. When they are ready to go, the communications team will be posting those to the website, and each club secretary will also receive a copy of them. Now, that's all the information I have right now. I'm hoping in a couple weeks for that November 4th CLC for secretaries, I'll know a little bit more, but that's kind of where we're standing with that. So that ends my formal slides. I guess anybody have any questions or thoughts on what we got going on right now, which, hey, that seems like a lot. Okay.
Do
Well,
many of your do many of
Go
your
ahead.
clubs do these awards? Is this something that's new to some of you, or is this something many of you already do? Jody, it sounds like you do. You do them quite often.
Yeah, we do them every year.
We do them every year, Gary Watnam.
Gary Watnam, great. Super.
I'm
I
not
encourage
sure.
you all to do them.
I'm
You're
not
not-
sure any club in Division 4 does them, but
Okay.
we're going to try to change that.
All right.
There we go. That's the way to go.
Yeah, there's last year my club, for some reason, they had the idea that there could only be one distinguished individual member per club.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. I corrected them on that, and so hopefully, I mean, there's no reason why everyone should not be distinguished. I mean, it'd be good if they earned it. If they checked the box, they earned it. Just make sure your clubs understand that.
Yes. Thank you.
It was a little more difficult this year. One of the criteria was that they had attended 2 of the 3 conventions, mid-year, Icon and Decon. Well, I'm the only one in our club that did that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that's one of the things with those distinguished criteria. They kind of change every year, and if they're going to take a big swing again this coming year with them going back to Kiwanis International, but hopefully we can get back into a somewhat of a routine, for lack of better word, so all the members know, hey, what is the criteria and what do I need to do? But as long as they're out early, you can kind of follow them along as a guideline too.
well, I think I'm probably the only one that would have done all 3 of them anyway, but there might be somebody that went to Icon that he might have gone to Decon if he had known that, but.
Right.
I want to mention our club did the club membership plan, and there was a lot to do it. It was a good 2 hours solid just with the president and myself as secretary. There's a lot of numbers to kind of look in there, but it was really eye-opening to kind of see what our average age was, our diversity, what was our membership 10 years ago, and that's not easy to find. If someone has done this and found it pretty easily, I didn't find it easy. I did have some records in our secretary files to be able to tap into, but it'll take some time, and get your board on board. Get your board of directors on board because they need to make some commitments on what membership's going to look like and how they are going to maybe be proactive about it.
I would even say bring, if you have new members, show this to them and let them, you know, they're not gonna be able to fill out every single thing maybe. But something that happened at my club when we were going through this, we had a couple new members just this past there, we're sitting there. You know, one of the simple questions, the very first one is number of members on the roster. Now, my club is one that has more members. We don't have very many come to meetings. They rather participate in other activities or service projects. And when my new member went to answer that, and I told her that we had 23 members, she was surprised because, well, we only have 9 or 10 that show up at meetings. So she was thinking that was the size of our club. So this can kind of be an education tool for new members as well to get them thinking about some of the different things and different components that do take place in a club.
Lisa,
Any
when would,
success
when
stories
will
that
we,
somebody wants to share? Go ahead, Russ.
when will we have the final membership numbers? Because I'm waiting to fill out the lieutenant governor's thing. I need to know whether we grew or not in our division, and I haven't seen anything with the September numbers on it yet.
October 22nd is the date that we have heard they're gonna release. Now, sometimes that comes a day early. October 22nd is a Tuesday. So I don't know if we're gonna get them as soon as Monday, if we'll have to wait till Tuesday. They could come out tomorrow. That might be a little bit early, but I would say next week for sure. We'll kind of know where those numbers are.
Okay, so would that still come out in that same report that we see when we go to the lieutenant governor resources and you have the link to KI? Okay.
Yes, that'll come out with the start of the year one.
Yeah.
And the reason they hold up is because since the member deletes do not come in till the 10th, those reports that you're talking about, Russ, come out on the 1st of the month. Well, obviously October 1st, we didn't have those year-end numbers since clubs have to the 10th to clean up their rosters. So they're working right now to go through all of that.
I had another question on key clubs too, or any of the special leadership programs. Have we had any of these in private schools, or are they all in public schools?
We do have some in private schools, yes.
Okay, I just wondered if that was a criteria or not.
We
No.
have ours in a Catholic schools in Cedar Rapids at Xavier.
Okay, good.
When you mentioned Key Club, it did make me think of Key Leader. To be sure, all the clubs have gotten the message that we had to make the very tough decision to cancel Key Leader for this year. Hopefully everybody got that message. Low attendance numbers, some rising costs, just kind of forced the district to make that financially responsible decision. So thanks to all of you, if any of you help promote it and register some kids. Any club projects, some successes that anybody would like to share that's going on with their clubs? We always love getting new ideas. Man, we said to start this was a quiet group, and it is.
It is a tough crowd.
It is.
Well, our barbecue is probably going to be moving back downtown. We had it in downtown Marion to start with, little park down there, and then they tore that whole area up. And we are being told by one of our new members who's on the Marion Parks Foundation board that they will be done Christmas Eve with that. So we'll be able to go back downtown where we started, which is good because that puts everybody on a hard surface. Last year we had one of our barbecue vendors get really stuck in the mud because he picked a bad place to park. Prairies are not known for being real solid ground. And pretty much tore his truck up getting it out of there. So that was not fun. But yeah, it's barbecues, same date, could be different location as long as they weren't lying to us about getting downtown done. So first Saturday in June, be in Marion.
Good. Jerry, what do you got going on there in Ames?
Well, we actually have a pretty big membership focus going on right now. We got a couple of our members who are really fired up and think they're going to get some teeth behind it. So that's exciting because we haven't done much in that area. Project wise, we had kind of an interesting thing. We did it. I think we did it for the second time this last year. And we did a shoe drive. And I don't know if any other clubs have ever done a shoe drive. We're working with an organization out of Florida called Funds to Orgs. And they provide all the supplies, materials, media, marketing, everything we need to carry this out. And essentially, we collect used or new shoes, any size, shape, color. We're paid by weight. So if you can get some steel-toed work shoes, those are a lot better than ballet slippers. And so the first year, I don't know how many hundreds of bags we collected. We made a couple $1,000s and decided to do it again. Didn't make quite as much, but we thought, we're still new at this. Well, as luck would have it, we were at a Miracle League game, and our buddies that day were from one of the fraternities at the university. And we had more buddies than we needed. And so one of them was hanging out by the side. And so we struck up a conversation with him. And so this next year, we're going to partner with the Greek system at Iowa State. And they already want to do this. They want to coordinate, do all the manpower, all the legwork on it for 3 other collections during the year and just give us their shoes and then help us with manpower on our big annual push in the spring. Because we do it in the spring for spring cleaning. So that was really kind of exciting to just strike up a conversation. They were looking for a new philanthropy project. We fell in their lap. And so hopefully all goes as planned. But one of those things where, being in the right place at the right time can really give you a boost to something you're already doing. So that was kind of a fun conversation.
Jerry, what's the organization again?
It's called Funds, the number 2 Orgs. Funds to Orgs. And they have a variety of, it's not just shoes, they do so many other things. But like for the shoe project, they provide us with the 50-gallon bags and the rubber bands. And then when the truck comes to pick it up, they give us all the labels. Seriously, it is a matter of get out the word, collecting the shoes, and then tell the truck when you want them to come pick it up and then wait for a check. It is pure profit.
Do they reuse the shoes or they recycle them?
Oh yeah, thanks for asking, Emily. They partner with third world countries and sell the shoes at a what I would call a deep discount, whatever. And so if the shoes are wearable, a family vendor can, purchase a lot of shoes and then turn and sell them. Okay. If they decide that there are shoes that are not really resellable, but they still have some good material, they can grind rubber up to put it in playgrounds, whatever. They told us about some of the canvas shoes. We'll get crafters and artisans will purchase those to use as material supplies in their arts and crafts. So basically it's all about micro industry and really helping those individuals and families with providing them either shoes to resell or product that they can use. And I must admit, I thought, seriously, like they're just going to buy our used shoes and sell them. And then I remembered when I'm on a cruise ship and I take my little excursion out into Timbuktu, tiny little third world island, you're inundated with these people with pickup trucks with racks with everything on them. They've got shoes and pots and pans and bananas and anything they can get their hands on to resell. So yeah, it all made sense to me.
Cool.
So if somebody remembers Brian Wamakama, who is the kid from Uganda that we had sponsored out here,
Oh yeah.
made a trip home one time, and he took as extra luggage a big box of shoes, because that's, yeah, a lot of kids running around without shoes on out there.
Well, and kids outgrow them and adults get tired of them, and we are a disposable society and we always want the next shiny thing. So but it's been a good gig for a couple of years, and when we sign on and say we want to do the project, they assign us a coach who then we meet with regularly by phone to get marketing tips and places to go. And so yeah, it's been a really good partnership, and we look forward to growing it. Funds to orgs.
Our club is kind of looking at our literacy program. So right now, currently we did give dictionaries to every third grader in 11 schools. And we found that teachers and administrators are saying it's not really a relevant program much anymore. So many kids don't take their dictionaries home, or they don't read them. But classrooms would use them as a reference in their classrooms. So we're gonna instead of every kid, all 500 kids get a dictionary, we're looking at each classroom getting a dictionary set that they can reference. So that'll be our project this year, to fill that up. But then we're going to expand it. So currently we have a Head Start program that we do book distributions for. So every kid gets to take a book home. They get to choose their books. We put their name in it for these 3, 4, 5-year-olds. So we're going to expand it to the third grade, so that now instead of dictionaries will be in this library, but we're thinking big and thinking of a mobile literacy mobile trailer. So that is our big dream, is to get a trailer and build bookshelves and fill it with books that these kids can come out and pick their own books. So we could just drive up to their school one day and do that to all different 11 schools. So that is kind of our big dream now. And we're really excited that maybe we could get a children's fund grant for that. And so, or even district grant, those are some possibilities with funding that kind of a thing, is with grants from even our own Kiwanis district and children's fund. So that's kind of what we're looking at.
Emily, would that be like a little free library on wheels?
Very kind of, yeah. Kind of, yes.
I mean, bigger, better, more
Bigger,
variety.
yes.
Bring it
We're
to
not,
them.
we won't probably accept books, used books. We would just, but we'd give them away. So yeah. And how much more could we expand that than just the schools? Maybe we're taking it now to our pancake feed, and they've earned tickets to, there's just so many possibilities. It's just really fun to think about it.
Emily, last year, Nevada has a big Christmas celebration every year. And on the Saturday of that, they gave our club a table, and we filled it with books, and all the families that came through, the kids got to take a book.
We did something that was it's been quite a while ago, did it for a while, that we had a book exchange where we got a bunch of books, different ages, and went to the library, and kids could bring in a book and take out a book. So they give us one that they're done with, and then they take out a new one. We did that for a little while. I've got a couple boxes of books, because all the kids trade up. So essentially, the age on your books goes down to, you got a bunch of starter books, And then we just gave them the library to give away to the starter kids. But that worked pretty well for a while. It's kind of fun.
Any other questions about what Lisa presented? I know Jody, so I think that new distinguished criteria is a point system, and there's multiple things in every category to choose from. And the deadline really for this first thing is this create your membership plan. If you could have that in by October 31st, that's some good big points right there for that distinguished membership plan. Or yeah.
Emily, Jody, we've got a couple minutes here. Anything you want to toss out there about the possibility project that hopefully clubs are hearing from their champions in their divisions, but if you want to put something out there, now is a good time.
Sure. We, the Possibility Project, I don't know how many of you have heard about it. I know some of you have because your champions have been to visit you or have talked to you. I need to get out there to Division 12. I'm hoping, I think you have a division council meeting on November 6th. And I'm hoping somehow to get to that on Zoom for that division because I'll be in Minnesota that week. So we'll see. But the Possibility Project is a new project through the Kiwanis Children's Fund. And it's hoping to raise $25 million over the next 5 years to impact the lives of 10 million children. So there's a champion in different regions. And is Rex Cross, is he still on? Yes, Rex is still on. Rex, your two divisions, 24 and 25, I have not been able to find a champion out there yet. So your clubs probably haven't heard anything about it. Unless they read my newsletter article every month in the Kiwanian, and which just came out today. So, and we need to keep working on that area to see what we can come up with. But please, if a champion contacts your club and wants to come and visit to talk about this, please invite them to come. And I can tell you who the champions are. So if you're on, you'll know who you'll be hearing from. Divisions 1, 2, and 8 is Jim Davies. He's in Hampton. Divisions 3, 4, 5, and 6 is Pam Henderson from Alta. Division 9, 10, 14, and 15 is Lyle Wagner. He's in the Iowa City Old Capitol Club. I'm 11, 12, 13, and 16 because the person that I recruited for that became pretty ill this summer and needed to back away. And I said that, take care of yourself. I'll take care of it because that's my division too, 11. So I have 11, 12, 13, and 16. 18 and 19 is Emily Wagaman. 21, 22, and 23, and that's both 22 North and South, is George Cook. And 24, 25 is open at this point.
And then there's Brian, who is 17 and 20.
Oh, Brian, I forgot.
Really? Really?
Oh, I skipped.
Oh, that's right, I am.
And I just lost 17 and 20. Brian Wells, 17 and 20. Invite him, you'll have a good time.
No respect, folks. No respect. Tough road.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
You just got to get mentioned last, Brian. There you go.
Yeah, save the best for last.
I'm a W.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Hopefully you'll all hear about it soon.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that update on that, and be on the watch for more information on that. And a lot lot of things that we discussed this evening. Just barely starting the Kiwanis year, so much more to go. And as you've heard from the goals, you've heard from Governor John and Governor-elect Brian, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a year that we're going to look forward. We're going to have some positive things happen. Anything else that anybody would like to share this evening?
Thank you, Lisa.
Well, you always know where to find me. Governor John, Governor-elect Brian, they've got their listening ears on too, or can check out emails, whatever. Please let us know, us district leaders know what we can do to help out, because we're here for you, to support you and be a resource for you. Hopefully tonight's meeting, I should mention Treasurer Kurt too. Sorry, you were down at the bottom of the screen and I didn't see you as a district officer. Sorry, Kurt. So we'll keep that going. Look forward to seeing a few of you next month, maybe for the district secretary CLC. We'll dig into some other stuff and things go along. So that's all I have, unless anybody has another parting shot. And thank you, Emily, for your assistance tonight.
Thank you for putting that all together.
All right.
Thanks
Well,
all.
have a good evening, all.
Good evening.
Good night.